And I would say this is probably one of the last few shrines that we have to do a really obtuse thing to do. Well, actually, no. The Shrine of the Seven Maidens, or the Six Maidens in the desert, that one's a little tedious to get around because you have to climb up and down all around. And I don't think we'll get to it this session because you have to clear the Divine Beast in order to actually get access to it, I want to say. So, I say we go down. So that is taken care of. We can clear that pin out. And I want to say there is something down... There's a shrine right here. I want to say there's a shrine here. I want to say yes. It's not really well documented. But, oh, there it is. In top of a place that, oh... this shrine is encased with a person's horrible cooking habits. Not bad cooking habits, just horrible cooking habits. This person is probably one of the weirdest people, other than that villager we saw earlier that had Rocco the orb, that she had affiliation with a love interest with an orb, an ancient orb. That was actually kind of awkward to say the least too. But this one here is creating malicious food. What do you got cooking? Who are you? And who are you? Me? My name is Moza. I'm trying to perfect my ultimate dish, so I'm training in isolation right now. Your smoke signal? Smoke signal? Oh, you mean this smoke? This is not a smoke signal. As you can plainly see, I'm in the middle of cooking. It's burning. Quite badly, as a matter of fact. I'm burning it? So, then you're saying I've messed it up. I see. For some reason, no matter how hard I try to cook something wonderful, it always turns out badly. I thought this ultimate recipe myself, too. Why is this happening? Well, teach me the recipe. Oh, I'd love to. I don't mind at all. I'm sure you're going to be able to cook something tasty. I mean, probably. I have recipes of a lavish meat dish, an ancient meat dish, and an ultimate survival dish. I think these all end up the same, so it doesn't matter what you pick. Here's the recipe for this. First, prepare the meat you want to use. I recommend either bird meat or steak. Then you toss some nice, fresh ore. That sounds kind of gross. Hey, that's not nice. Cooking delicious meat with shiny ore is the only way. How else would you create one truly lavish meat dish, silly? To be honest, I always end up with making a rock-hard food. How do you even get that rocky anyway? That's actually a food item you can get. And I think it does increase defense somewhat, I want to say. Even though I use ingredients and I'm certain will be perfect, there's a lot of times they still mess up. Cooking is complicated. Let's see what the ancient meat dish is. Sure thing. I'll help you teach you the recipe of the ancient meat dish. First, prepare the meat you want to use. I recommend either bird meat or steak. And you cook it with something from a broken guardian. An ancient part. Again, that sounds kind of gross. Hey, that's not nice. And so she goes back the same way here. How else would one create an ancient meat dish like the ones which has never been seen before? To be honest, what I always end up making is dubious food. Though I don't want to see how dubious is about it. Even when I use ingredients, I'm certain it'll be perfect. So dubious food does heal you somewhat, like 1 health point, but it feels like it's an incomplete mess. What's the survival dish in case for us? First, you have to defeat a monster. After that, you find yourself a cooking pot and toss in lots of monster parts. That sounds gross again. In order to survive out in the wild, you gotta be willing to eat anything. That's the idea behind my ultimate survival dish. I may not eating up nothing but dubious food, but I won't achieve my goal unless I make some sacrifices. I don't see so dubious about using monster parts, though. Even when I use ingredients, I'm certain it'll be perfect. There's a lot of times I still mess up. Cooking is complicated. We're good. Oh, that's too bad. It's a pretty special recipe, too. Yeah, she's, we gotta stop this. We gotta stop this atrocity here. Sorry, but this has gotta stop. Oh, I gotta use a bigger weapon. I'll take your wild berries. I'll be putting this good food to proper use. And she has gone everywhere. All this food, all this stuff here, is all of her attempts to making good food work. And you can see ancient parts and all this other composting stuff here around this shrine, which is kind of disgusting. Not going to lie about it. It looks absolutely disgusting. And thank goodness we don't have smell-o-vision yet, because I'm pretty sure this place smells pretty disgusting too. Alright, let's get into this shrine, shall we? We're off. For my cooking habits, though, I do tend to use the microwave. It's odd, because sometimes cooking can be complicated. Well, complicated as long as the oven works well. Currently where I live, the oven I have is very awkward to use. Because, well, for whatever reason, it doesn't have a temperature gauge for the main oven itself. It does for the burners, but not for the oven, not for the main oven, you know, where you actually would cook, you know, big portions of food. Nope, not in this slice at all. So what happens is that it tells me either I cook it on high or cook it low. And apparently the high option is like 550 degrees and low is 425. That makes no sense. It makes literally no sense. But going back to this shrine at hand, we need to put this laser onto the moving platform so that we can actually get up the stairs. I want to get up as high as we can, and I can get up into these platforms here. And then, because there's a chest over there, and I want to get it. Come on, hit that thing. There we go. Now I can go up any higher, and I should be able to get up here, and I'm good to go for that chest over in the distance. Just got to go one more higher. Come on. Did it fall off? Oh, it did. Come on, make it, make it, make it. Yes! It's not the best spot, but... There we go. And now I have to make it wait one more time, and we'll have to go up here, and we'll get that shrine, baby. There we go. Then we get ancient core. Pretty sure this is probably one of the ancient cores that's been used in her recipes. And oh, you make dubious food by the resort of it. Oh, oh. All right, come on. We gotta make it up the trip, up the rift, up here. Go up, up. Another tedious climb again, but that's what you have to do in order to get this stuff right. Come on, Shimon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Come on, get up here. Come on. Oh, I wish I could jump higher. Well, Link is not Luigi. I have a good reason too. Luigi is only number one, Luigi. Alright, let's get our spirit orb. Number 10. Alright. See you around, monk. Alrighty, with that shrine completely done and dusted, that is every shrine that's in this region down here. Yeah, these two. Well, except for this maze. We'll get to that maze eventually. Actually, we could go to it now. We are here. Might as well. Let's get the maze. Be the last of the mazes for. So we got the sequel, the part 3 of the Maze Runner trilogy. But this maze is not that very big, and if you have Rivali's Gale as well as the climbing gear at this point, you should have no problem. And I don't think it's affected by. That looks evil out there in the distance. Nope, the maze is not affected by it. Okay, we'll go to the maze. This maze is, oddly enough, in a very unique area. Just this little Champion's Road type thing. It also makes me feel like this maze did not want to be found. It just seems that way. Unlike the other two, which were meant to be, you know, seen from far distances, this one seems to be more of the hidden away like it's a fortress. Not really much of a maze, but a fortress regardless. This one, I want to say, is that there is a path we need to find. None of the other... Oh, there's other holes everywhere. Because one of these holes is where we need to go to, and I'm going to go down this one. See foots in this here, my blessing awaits for you at the labyrinth's end. Link to Maze Runner Part 3, the Desert Labyrinth. Let's see. A little tricky to pull off, because this one is a sort of a simple maze at that, but there is... Again, always one true pathway, but there's always is money in here. Money and chests and other things. I want to say that every spot is very self-contained. I think we need it. It's one of these corridors. Again, the maze is not that complicated, as there's only a few spots to go towards. So, bear that in mind. At least, it doesn't seem that difficult, because it looks so simple, but, you know, looks can be deceiving. And apparently there is malice in here, according to what I'm hearing. Malice all over the place. Yep, malice everywhere. Let's get up here and see what this leads. There's a lot of malice up here. Goodness. This is not a good idea. Link, we have to get down. Drop down. When we come here... And there we go. Oh, I was right there, too! I was in the right spot. Alright. This is where you need to be. Looking at the map currently this way. Looking for a guide. You need to be right here. The right side of the maze gets you to the exit. I was right here, too. I can't believe that. I can't believe it. Took me that long. Oh, that took me like 10 minutes. 10 minutes to complete this shrine. That's embarrassing. Embarrassing to a ridiculous degree. Can't believe this. But this also gets us our last piece of the Barbarian armor set. Now, for those unaware, the Barbarian outfit increases your attack power. The same thing goes for the Phantom armor, except now this is the armor that you can actually upgrade. It does take Lionel parts to do. Bear that in mind. And you probably have fought in quite a few Lionels at this point, probably. So it's all fairness of the game, yes. Barbarian armor, our last piece. And that's it for the mazes. Yep, only 3 of them. Which, to me, after the end of it all, I wish the mazes, which are Zonai inspired, I really wish they had a bit more focus. I think I've mentioned it before, and I do will mostly say at the time that we get to the very end of this playthrough, that this is going to be a decisive end to everything. Bit of a break here. Alright. Back to our topic here. My thoughts on the game are going to be much different than everyone else's at the very end of all this. So bear that in mind. Let's see. Let's get into some better equipment, because we're done with this maze. Let's get... we haven't worn the champion's tunic in a while. I'll still wear my hat, because it has the fences in it, and we'll get our trousers. Why not? There we go. Let's warp back to the Wasteland Tower and head back towards the canyons. And then we can do the Grounds of Endurance. There's a shrine over in the distance there, and it's not too easy to see, but after getting there, you're most likely... It is part of the Gerudo Highlands instead of the Gerudo Canyons in the Desert Shrine location. But it's best enough to get done now that we can see it. Usually we can see it from the canyon side, so better off late than not, I would imagine. Now, I'm looking at the sky and thinking that's where the rest of Breath of the Wild 2 is going to take place. up there. Coinciding that Skyward Sword HD is out and about, and I hope everyone who is playing is having a grand time with it. I'm playing it a little bit, and it has thrown me off with the 60 FPS approach. Because certain mechanics that worked at 30 FPS kind of feel loose and uncontrollable in the HD port. To some degree. Not all, but I do like the upgraded aesthetics to it. It does look a lot more polished than Twilight Princess ever was, and that was cleaned up and roused up to HD, but the models seem to not be upgraded. It seems that the models were not meant to be HD for some reason. Let's see, I want to say... Yes, here it is. The Goron brothers are here. Hey, buddies, how's it going?
Pump it up, brother! Oh, it's the fourth Goron brother, the one who beat our famous gut check challenge! This is our ancestor training ground, little man. We smack in the middle of a contest of endurance. Feel the burn, brother. We're training to become even manlier Goron men, brother. Right now, we are competing to see who can beat the heat. Go sweaty, so sweaty, brother. Of course, since you beat the gut check challenge, you want to try this too. We Gorons, we clearly can't stand this extreme heat either. That's why we come here to train. After this, we'll be able to handle the extra heat in Goron City no problem. Hey, I have an idea. Come join us.
Yeah, come join the contest of endurance, brother. Sure, I'll give it a try. Why not?
Good answer.
A guy like you has a burning passion in his belly. It's inspiring, brother. So this test of endurance is interesting. When you're ready to step on the contest performance commence. Now, this first one, you can't get away by putting on your heat-resistant gear. The test of will. If you leave the ring or pass out, it's all over. You lose. Got it?
Okay, now prepare for the contest of endurance. Go!
Now it's become very hot. Now if you have a cold weapon, which I don't think I have, I think I dropped it. I did, didn't I? Oh well. You will be losing heat because you're in extreme hot temperature. But if you had a cold sword, this one might be a little bit easier, but it won't really matter in the end. All you have to do is outlast the 3 Goron brothers until they pass out.
Is that Grandpa?
But you will take yourself damage, though.
Piece of cake. Ooh.
And you think that's it? No. No, we're not even near close to it.
You're amazing! I never thought the 3 Goron blood brothers could lose to you, brother. In fact, I'm granting you the highest honor, the endurance to participate in the content of ultimate endurance.
This is where our ancestors trained. It's considered to be the toughest test known to Goron kind.
You see that ring behind me? The one surrounded in fire? Do you feel it in your gut? What a bad idea is to go there. Your gut is dead on, brother.
That special training area is even hotter than the last ring.
This contest won't be just a challenge with heat, but also with fire. If you lose your focus, your body will catch fire. Make sure you're prepared for this, brother. It's said that passing test will reveal a shrine of some such. If you think you're ready, climb into the ring. Do that, and our special contest of ultimate turns will begin. Huh? Is that heat-resistant gear you're there, brother? A real Goron man shouldn't have to rely on woozy stuff like that. Grow up and take the challenge without any help.
That's right. You cannot do this challenge with your heat-resistant clothing equipped. So, yeah, you're kind of in a loss for this. So, get yourselves... Let's see, I think I've got... Without any help. So, I think you have to go here naked. I want to say you have to go here naked. So, we're going to have to do it this way, like the Goron men themselves. Alright, let's test this bad boy. This is really going to kill me, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Make sure you have your food. Why does it keep going there? So, get some food. Whatever food you have concocted and whatnot. And hope for the best that basically they'll keep you enough alive for a while. If you have any apples, probably good to pop them in. Or basically put some food on standby so you can know exactly what to get. So we got some food. We got food prepared. I've got meals prepared. We're good.
You're standing up here. It's going to be one thing. You're ready to push yourself to your limits, brother. The rules of the contest of endurance are the same as ever. Leave the ring or faint, and it's over. Okay, time for the world-famous contest of ultimate endurance. Go!
There we go. We must stand on the test of will here. And last as long as until the game tells you to.
No fear!
Just eat food whenever you can. I don't think if you get any food that gives you heat resistance, we'll basically null you of this, so bear that in mind. But you can eat food and keep yourself alive. Bear that in mind.
Fire, brother!
Test of ultimate endurance.
Seize the heat, brother!
Burning soul, man. That meter is going. Oh, my forest dwellers. I didn't realize. I forgot I had my wooden bow on me. Well, that's gone. I will take the sweetened fruit. I just lost my triple wooden bow, but that's fine. A mad trial by fire, brother. Come on, outlast it. Going to get burnt out. I can last it.
Roar! So epic, brother! What a powerful display! What fire! That was someone else, brother!
And with that in tow, we are now gotten another shrine to appear out of the ground. I say that's pretty nice. Not going to lie. Another shrine for us to endure.
Whoa! That's a shrine or some such. It really appeared just like that. So the legend is true, brother. You won the contest of ultimate endurance, little man. You are amazing.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Ah! I've completed my will. Now let me put my clothes back on. I'll put this on. It's giving me some sort of a heat resistance, which will be nice. Where's my hat? Hat. And my trousers. There we go. Thank you. Give me this shrine. I think this is a shrine we have to complete. I don't think this is a blessing shrine, so we're going to have to see what this shrine has to offer. So let's go into the Shrine of Endurance. Not bad at all. I guess you could call us the Endurance Runner for this episode. Dealing with the maze and now this. Simple enough. And we have a challenge ahead of us, don't we? Yes, we do. Oh, this one. I mean, I got to get to using of motion controls. The apparatus. We have to use the apparatus and activate all the nodes to get ourselves through this particular spot. And there we go. It's all done. It opens up the door to the next room. This is going to be fun. Not a big fan of this one because I think that there is... Oh yeah, this one. Because you have to position... Because you have to position one of these shrines to be... I think you have to... Oh, yeah, because you have to position it like this. Get them all three going. Like they should be. I need to activate this. Because you need to use the left one. Put the right one underneath this statue here. so now I gotta get... Come on. Like that. Okay. Because now we have to use stasis. Oh, no. Put this weapon down. And see, that opens up the door. You see. Opens up the door. But in order to do so, in order to get through, we are going to need to set this thing in stone and make a mad dash for it. Dash to win! And now we gotta deal with the one that is sort of the annoyance. Let's see, do I have any fire arrows? I want to say I do still. Yes, I have plenty of them. I have plenty of fire arrows. This is gonna be an easy case. Now, there was a shrine we saw earlier that had to deal with this technically. What I want to do is turn this. What you're supposed to do is basically freeze the water and activate the 4 torches using that torch up there. That's tedious. You can activate the torches by using fire arrows. Just position these torches in a way where the water wouldn't hit them, and you can pass the training test. Do this. This beats any reason to take out these shrines. I find this to be easier. Much easier than actually what the test tells you to do. Makes it much easier. Much, much easier. And I'm going to stasis the water, because there's a chest. I think there's a chest somewhere. I think there's a chest somewhere around here. There is one. I know there's a chest somewhere around here. I just don't know where it is, though. But I want to freeze this. Bring this chest down. Basically, what you're supposed to do is that. Is to basically freeze the water and then fire all the torches up. That's what you're supposed to do. But don't have to. Just do what I did, and the chest and the shrine is done. Again, I love the concept that you can basically beat the shrines in any way you see fit, as long as you're able to get to the monk doesn't care.